So you said she tried to seduce you for the car. Well, explain to me what happened.
She was wanting to come on to me.
Did she say she was going to get you in trouble, or?
Yeah, she was going to tell everybody that I was making moves on her. I wasn't going to have it.
Okay.
For nearly 6 months, Valerie Tindall was considered missing, with community and family members desperate for answers. Investigators knew early on that Scott was one of the last people seen with the teen, but Tindall spent most days with Scott as she was employed by the man who lived next door to her family and ran a lawn care business. Police searched Scott's home on several occasions, but it wasn't until late November that nearly 40 federal agents and local law enforcement descended upon his property and ended up discovering 2 homemade wood boxes buried underneath a pile of debris. Inside one of the boxes was a body later identified as Tindall. Scott ultimately confessed to the crime, telling police he hadn't planned to take away the life of teen, and made claims of worrying that Tindall would seduce him and then blackmail him. Scott ended up strangling Tindall with his belt, leaving her body in his office until he went to Home Depot and bought materials to construct the wooden box.
Patrick, over the last 5 months, you and I have gotten to know each other, correct?
Okay.
Correct? You've seen me a lot, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And every time we talk, we get along good, right?
I reckon.
We talk, right? We have no issue talking, correct? Okay. So, here's the deal tonight. Now, I normally don't do this, okay, but here's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to tell you, because here's why. Here's why. You know, I can play off like 8 million things right here. As you come and sit in this room, your mind plays tricks on you as an officer, all right? And it tells you to go all these different directions and try all this different stuff. But the fact of the matter is that I think you're overall probably a pretty good person, okay? If I didn't, I would have treated you probably different over the time, all right? I'm just going to talk to you like a person, all right? And then there's times like you sit in this interview room and maybe that didn't happen in the past, all right? But the fact of the matter is that the natural human thing is when you do something wrong is you want to tell us that you did something wrong, okay? So what I made the decision of when I walked through that door right there was, I would like to talk to you today, and I would like you to tell me what happened to Valerie. That's the end result of what I want to know, okay? But here's what's weird about today. I'm going to tell you everything I know, okay?
Okay.
Because here's the deal. In the end, I believe you've done something to Valerie.
What?
I believe you've done something to Valerie, and we're going to prove it, all right? But what I want to know is the why, and what you want to tell me is I'm sitting here watching you tear up right now. You want to tell me the why, okay? 5 months ago, June 7th, Valerie disappeared, okay? As June 7th went, that day, we know Valerie was with you. Admittedly, you told us that. But on June 7th, you drove Valerie ultimately back to your residence, okay? And you arrived at your residence at 12:59 p.m., okay? And then between 12:59 and roughly 4 o'clock, something happened. And our job was to fill the gap in to try to figure out what happened. And as the investigation unfolded, that led us to today, in which we found the box with Valerie's body in it behind your shed. Because we have her in the box, okay? Wrapped up multiple times, taped up in the box of the OSB and the 2x4s that you bought, next to the box that we talked to you. We got her in the box next. So you know we have found her. And I didn't want to bluff you on that. I wanted you to know that. And as you're sitting there tearing up wanting to cry, all right? So, I'm going to read you your rights. This is the opportunity for you to explain the why.
I have a question for you before we go any further. Why did they pick up Linda?
We're going to talk to her too. She lives on the property. We're going to talk to Linda as well. Because here's the deal, Patrick. How do we know what happened to her? You both live on the property. So we have to talk to everybody on the property. Does that make sense? But I'm giving you an opportunity to explain to me. The other thing is that there's family involved. There's mistakes that's been made, okay? I said across a lot of people, okay? And the day one I sat across, or the times I've sat across from you, you remind me of a common man that goes to work, that works his butt off, and is a family man that loves his family. That's what I get from you. Okay? I could have come in here and said, Patrick, do you know why I'm about to talk to you? Because that's the common thing. And that was the first thought in my head that I was going to do to you. And then I said, no. Because I think deep down you love Valerie, and I know you love your family. Okay? So I decided that when I come in that door just now, that I'm going to give you an opportunity to explain the why. Patrick, today's the day. Family deserves this closure, and you deserve this closure. Do you hear me? You deserve this closure because this has ate at you. We can tell that every time we talked. All right. Explain to me what happened to Valerie, and explain the why. Because we deserve it, and everybody else deserves it as well. What happened to Valerie?
Valerie got carried away.
Doing what?
Huh?
Doing what?
Doing what?
Mm-hmm. Just lay it out to me. Lay it out to me. What happened to her?
She tried to blackmail me into buying her a car.
Okay. And what happened?
She thought she was going to seduce me and it wasn't going to happen. Things just got carried away.
Well, explain that to me. What's that mean? Does Linda know about it?
Nope.
Okay.
Nobody knows.
It's your chance to tell me what happened.
She tried to seduce me and I wasn't going to have it.
But what happened to Valerie? That's where you're stopping.
What'd
you do to her?
What'd I do to her?
What'd you do to her? Tell us what you did to her.
Strangled her.
With what?
A belt.
Okay. And then what'd you do with it?
I moved her into the office.
Okay. How long was she in there?
Till the next day.
Okay. What did, where's the belt at?
It's gone.
Okay. You left her in the office till the next day. Then what happened?
Then when I got home the next day, I just made that box.
Okay. What about the hole?
The hole was already dug. But it wasn't for that, it was because I was going to throw concrete in it.
So you strangled her. What room were you in when you strangled her?
Right there by my bedroom.
So you said she tried to seduce you for the car. Well, explain to me what happened.
She was wanting to come on to me.
Did she say she was going to get you in trouble, or?
Yeah, she was going to tell everybody that I was making moves on her. Okay, I wasn't going to have it.
Okay.
Just things got out of hand.
Where'd the belt come from?
It was mine. I had it on.
You had it on? Okay. So explain to me what happened there in that room. Like, how did you get the belt on her?
I was fighting her off and I took it and threw it around her.
Why were you guys fighting?
Because she was trying to she had tried to take her clothes off.
Okay.
And it wasn't going to do it.
Okay. And then you guys got in a fight?
Yeah, kind of a pushing and shoving thing right there.
Okay. And then you took your belt off, and then what happened?
I put it around her neck and I held on to it till she quit.
Okay. And what'd you do afterwards? Like, what was going through your head at that time?
I didn't know what to do with her.
What did you first think about doing?
Huh?
What was your first, what were you thinking about?
Trying to figure out what to do with her.
And how long did you hold that? Give me a ballpark how long you held the belt.
On her?
Yeah.
Just quit moving.
Okay. Did you know she was dead then?
I pretty much figured so.
Okay. And so you put her in the office, and then the next day you built the box. Where'd you build the box at?
Backyard.
Okay. And then when did you put her in the box?
That same day I built it. I didn't say nothing. I just knew she wasn't going to blackmail me.
Yeah. So because of the blackmail, was that your intention to kill her? To avoid the blackmail?
She was going to tell everybody that I had my way with her, and that never happened.
Okay. So then, was that your plan? Like, if you weren't going to be blackmailed, right?
Right.
So was that the plan to kill her?
No, that just kind of happened.
Okay. Because she was going to blackmail you.
Yeah.
All right, Patrick. So you're going to be charged with murder today, okay? I assume you already knew that, correct? All right. But in the end here, I do think, like, everything I said was true to you, okay? Everything I said to you was true. Okay, when I started talking to you, everything I said was true, all right? Like, I do think that it's the best situation here is that you finally came out, and in the end, I think you are going to be happier that you came out on it, okay? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, all right. Stand up, we're going to throw these back on you, okay?